Howdy, gang. How is everybody? Happy Thursday. First one of the year. And I took out my trash yesterday. You know what? It was all last year's trash. And I cleaned last year's litter boxes. It was just disgusting. Imagine, my trash has been sitting there since last year. Wow. How is everybody? Yeah. Look at my totally cool new poncho I got. That was one of those things that I probably shouldn't have gotten. It wasn't cheap. It's alpaca, and it's perfect for this weather. So I figured I'd wear it today. I usually wear these things around the house. I have an old one I picked up a long time ago, but it's kind of getting old. And the downside is I gotta be careful with the kitties, because I also picked up a blanket, a nice purple striped blanket. It was awesome. I was originally thinking would be perfect for the bedroom for nights, because right now I still haven't found my duvet. It's somewhere in storage. I have not had the energy to just clean out my storage and look for the duvet. And by now it's too late, because in a couple of months I won't be needing it anymore. So now I'm just gonna hang in with my blanket and 4 kitties to keep me warm at night. So that new blanket would be perfect, but with all those claws, they pull the thread, and this is nice stuff. It comes from Ecuador. And hey, Karen. Hey, Georgia. Kaz, Kim, Bree, wherever you are, everybody else. So, and that was the amazing thing. I just ordered last week, and it was in Phoenix in like 4 or 5 days later. So they put on the plane. I used DHL in Quito. And it went to Cincinnati, and then it went to Phoenix, and then it was delayed by a day because the package was ripped open apparently in transit, and they rewrapped it. But the good thing is, well, nothing happened to any of these things, because if there's a little hole in the plastic package, it's not so bad, as long as the hole doesn't extend into the product, which it did not. And hey, Mary, good morning. And happy, healthy 2023, everybody. And Bismarck is sitting here next to me, and he's purring loudly. So if you hear some weird sound in the background, it's Bismarck purring. Yes, exactly. It's got the hood, too. Isn't that cool? Yeah, that's so cool. I got a hood. Ha! And they rewrapped it. No, I did like that they only wrapped it in plastic. They did not waste any boxes or anything to throw this in. Like, I hear these horror stories from Amazon. I had it happen once. I ordered from QVC some pills or something some vitamin pills that I used, and it was my 8 greens that I used to use. I gave up on that for now, but I had that 8 greens on a monthly order, and it was just a little box with like 4 little, again, plastic things with those pills in there that you put into water and dissolve. And they had that in a big box. I never understood why. I mean, in my business, I can reuse the big boxes, so I'm not all mad about it. But I'm thinking about all the other people who don't reuse the boxes. In fact, I just picked up boxes. I bought boxes, and they cost me $1 a box. So I'm really happy if I don't have to pay $1 a box. Hi, Katie. Good morning. And can reuse something that I know. So, anyways, what am I doing? Oh boy. Yeah. The sad news is that one of our kittens got injured the other day. I don't know what happened. I don't know how he did it, but he injured his leg, his left hind leg. So he is limping really bad. In fact, yesterday he couldn't put any weight on it at all. And I called the vet to ask if they had any idea if there's anything that could be done. The problem is they're feral. and they will not let me get close. They will not let me touch them. They will not let me pick them up and put them into a carrier and take them to the vet. That's just the way it is with those cats. Um, yeah, I needed a really large, well, not really large. Last week I needed a box, but yeah, sometimes I get used boxes from friends who order stuff for free, but I haven't lately. So yeah. Um, so yeah, the vet never called me back, but there's really nothing they can do. I mean, what are they gonna do? They can't give me any medication for the kitten because first of all, we don't know for sure what's wrong with him. And secondly, they need to know his weight and everything and his health overall, even though he seems healthy overall. And I know he weighed like around 7 pounds 2 months ago when he was neutered, but I don't know how much he weighs now. I know he grew since then. So probably more like 9 pounds. Who knows? But then he also has fairly long hair, so he looks bigger than he is. uh, So yeah, Cass, it was for yours, and I hope it. I did get find I got that chewy box that worked perfectly. I just hope it gets there. I did. Happy New Year, Bree. Sorry I missed your sale. I thought I saw one on Instagram that was like 3 days ago, and I figured I missed it, so I didn't. I'm not good at. I don't follow whatnot because I can't sit on my hands. Whenever I'm on whatnot, I end up buying stuff, and I gotta stop buying. My house is cluttered to heck. I can't buy anything else. Well, I'm going to the flea market on Saturday, so I'll be buying something. But I gotta offer you some nice items to rehome. So I do have to purchase something. But hi, Michelle. Good morning, Alice. So yeah, that no, this morning he was doing better though. This morning he was not quite as sore it seems, but I only saw him for a couple of seconds. He was not. He was putting a little bit of weight on his leg, but then he also probably got startled when I opened the door to pick up the dishes. So he was probably in a hurry to get under the car and hide from me. So yeah, I have to watch him. I'm hoping it's something that just blows over. Like when Bismarck, it was about five years ago, I think he had an ACL injury, which was really kind of bad for him because he was grounded. The vet wanted him to stay inside for like 10 days or 2 weeks or something. Yeah, right. I was able to keep him inside for about a week or 4 or 5 days, and then I couldn't do it. Oh, I felt so bad. I still have that picture. I think it was on my old Facebook that got suspended, but I think I still have it somewhere. I saw it recently, um, of him sitting on the chair by the window like this and looking out the window with his sad face. He was so cute with his sad face. And he looks at me with his sad face. I want to go out. Please open that door. Um, it was funny because uh, it was funny because it was weird because I didn't think cats could have ACL injuries. I thought that was a football thing. I thought only football players injured their ACL. But yeah, he did. He got over it. He's fine. I'm hoping it's something like that with the kitten. I don't think it's broken. I don't. It doesn't look like it. But then I can't get that close to him either. So I don't know. So vintage and vino. Hey Tim. Good morning. The Mister is here. Say hi to the Missus too, please. So yeah, what can I do? What can I do? I'm just gonna have to live with it. I feel really bad for him, but there's just nothing I can do because I can't catch him. I can't um um take him to the vet. I just can't. When I trapped him for the TNR program, I mean they had I don't know. I thought it was more of a wolf or something. It's missing one of these tassels. It came in a jar, Hey, Deborah, how the heck have you been? I saw you were back in the hospital, right? I hope you're doing better now. I'm sorry about all your ongoing health issues. That's no, you don't deserve that crap, but hopefully this year's gonna be a better year for you. Alina. So yeah, it was in one of those jewelry jars, which I bought. Why I bought the whole jewelry jar at the yard sale, and it's missing one of these tassels. So I was wondering, I don't have those bottlenose pliers that you need, but I was thinking if I can find someone loan me some, I can maybe move this over to the other side so that they're not right next to each other. There would still be missing in the middle, but it wouldn't look so out of shape. But I love this thing. I do love this guy. It's so cute, and it goes with my nice new poncho. So, what else is new? What is loose? He's looking at something out there. The kittens haven't been running around either, but then we've had rain all year. Hey Martha, good morning. Oh boy. Well, Deborah, I'm hoping you get better soon. I hope you get, like I said, they can fix it once and for all. What's all these constant issues you have? That's too bad. So what else is new? I have all sorts of cool stuff again and a lot of Fenton again, because that's what I happened to pick up recently. Um, okay, I'll bring it on Saturday, Kim. Thank you. Because I don't know, I just think it's cool, and I don't know, or maybe I should just take them off completely. But I kind of like them. But that's why it was cheap. That's why it was in this jewelry jar. Otherwise, I'm sure the person would have would have probably kept it. So what else is new? Let's see what we have. And this time I'm gonna start on page one. Last week I started on page two because I got my pages. I got the odd pages now. I used to have them all open like that, and now I've got the odd pages, and I forgot to bring my purple pen. It's behind me somewhere. That's a new year, and we're still disorganized. Hey, nothing has changed. And I'm eating last year's food. I still have last year's food in the fridge. Ew, it's from last year. And I'm still eating. In fact, no, I just had some milk rice that expired like 10 years, 11 years ago, and it was still good. Sometimes these expiration dates are really just to cover the companies, to cover their butts, and to give them a reason to buy new stuff while the old stuff gets thrown out. Mind you, when the homeless people or hungry people try and pick up some of the old stuff that's still good, even though the date says it's not, they get in trouble for theft because you can't take stuff out of the trash cans. You know, there was a YouTuber I followed for a little while. I don't follow her anymore now, but she makes a living going through the trash cans at the big stores and stuff, and picking out stuff that they throw away. And I used to work the shopping malls for many years. I know they throw out perfectly fine stuff, but and that was in Texas, I think. I don't know about laws in other states, but here in Arizona, the item belongs to the store until waste management picks it up, and then, or the waste company, trash company picks it up, and then it belongs to the trash company. You cannot just take stuff out of the trash can, even though they threw it away. It's technically still their stuff, and it's still theft, which is really bad because, yeah, I remember Office Max, which doesn't exist anymore now. But when it still existed, they had all these office supplies that they just threw away that were perfectly fine. And we know that the the college kids, when they move out in May, they throw away everything because they don't want to take all the stuff with them. And there's like furniture, there's appliances, there's all kinds of stuff collecting at their trash cans. So It's really sad. Our whole system is so built on the greed and on the green bucks. It's just, and I know there's always these reality shows that are not really real, they're all scripted, but even if they're scripted, they are based on real cases. And I watch them sometimes where people get caught, even German ones, where people get caught trying to get those old, yeah, dumpster diving. Dumpster Diva. I don't know. There was another one too. Dumpster Diva was one of them, and there was another one. But it's kind of, and this guy, what was it? Was it Taco Stacks? I think he was one of them in Pennsylvania. He did that too. He drove around and on trash day, and he drove all over the neighborhoods and looked at and picked up stuff. See, my German show that I like to watch which is kind of a mix between Antiques Roadshow and Pawn Stars. That when people bring in stuff that they said they found in the trash, they always ask, "But you did go and ask the owner, right?" Yes, I did go and ask the owner. Because even like when I was a kid, when they had these trash collection days, like the bulk trash or whatever it's called, when everything that doesn't fit in your regular barrel goes out on the curb and the trash company comes with big trucks and picks up all the stuff from the curb. Um, so, um, and back when I was a kid, I remember I came upon that once on my way to school, and I had no clue what it was because I'd never seen it before. But I saw this guy. There were these two model ships. They were gorgeous. Well, one of them was gorgeous. The other one was kind of not in that good shape. But I saw this guy, and he picked up that model ship, and he was all smiley face and put it in his car and took off. And I was like, oh wow, that means that's trash. We can we can pick that up. So I did that too. I took the other one, even though it was not in that good a shape. But I was like, I don't know. I was in my early teens, I think. So, so what, 11, 12 years, something like that. So I picked that up and took it with me. I don't know how I even did it. Did I take it to school with me? I don't know. I thought I was on my way to school. Maybe I wasn't on my way to school. Maybe I was just hanging out. That was my first experience picking something. I remember that. So, and nowadays they make sure you have to ask the owner. I don't understand. If it goes out on the curb, I mean, like nowadays what we do here, we put a sign on there, free, which makes sense. That way there you don't have to ask. That way the sign says it's free, take it. So, anyways, yeah, it's those were the days. Everything got way too crazy nowadays. Way too crazy. And he's sitting there on his spot next to me, which is usually the spot that I use to put stuff away after I show it here. So, so y'all want to see some cool stuff that I have to rehome? In fact, a lot of this cool stuff today is cool stuff that I got for myself, and I really want to keep, but I don't have room. Ah, hey Rory, good morning. So let's start with check out this guy, and this is one of them things I really want to keep for myself. That is one of the painted desert sand globes, paperweight, whatever you want to call it. That painted desert is so beautiful. I gotta go back there again. I haven't been there in so long. The problem is with these kitties, I always gotta find someone to feed. I talked to the neighbor, maybe I can get her son to feed. So this guy is made in Arizona, handmade in northern Arizona by an artist, but the sticker is unfortunately worn off. But I know the sticker did used to read Painted Desert, Northern Arizona Artist, because I had one of those before. It's supposed to read that. So it's rubbed off. So we're starting this guy at $10. It is absolutely amazing how they do this art. I've had a few of these, and they all sold. They all were rehomed. I wish I could keep everything because they make these. I don't know how they do it. I mean, this is like a regular glass, a regular, I don't know, it could be like a little candle holder type thing, or it could be a glass for cognac or something. And then they just pour the sand in there somehow. Yeah, it looks like the real thing. I mean, even the little nuances, all the colors in there. I don't know how they do that. I don't know how they get the colors in there and how they get the what's the word? It almost looks 3D almost. I like the colors on this. That's my favorite part. Uh, Thank you, Kim. Yeah, please remember those pesky thumbs. I'm so bad with this whole social media etiquette. I never remember the thumbs. I don't like to do thumbs because then everything gets clogged uh in my in my on my thing there. It's just, yeah. Well, if no one is interested, that's okay. We can always bring it back later. There will be a recap. You know the deal. We keep it real and we recap at the end. No, this is a piece of weird pottery that I picked up from the college. Sorry, Bismarck. He's getting like, huh? What's going on? Too much activity. I have no clue what this is. I mean, it is supposed to be a bowl with a lid. Now, two issues this guy has. The lid is a little bit on the wobbly side. This part is a little too big. It should have be made a little smaller to fit in nicer, snugger. But it's okay though, because because if you and because of the because as long as you have it sitting in the house, it's not gonna fall off or anything. It still sits on there. Hi Yvonne, good morning. It still sits on there, and it does have a little bit of a boo boo right there, but that happens with a lid. Now we're starting this guy at $12. We're starting this guy at $12. It's just I just love the design on this. It looks kind of 70s colors, the bright orange. And this I just really like. Even the top is in good shape. That's where I would have expected the booby, but there's no boo boo on the top. So this is the way it looks from the top. And if I stick this on here, it'll look like this. So yeah, I mean, if you have it sitting on the counter, on the kitchen counter, or if you even want to use it as a display piece, you can use it as a display piece on your bookshelf, or you can use it for sugar or flour or something, or coffee on your counter. Um, there you go. Sit separately in display. That's doable. That would look cool too, next to each other. I was just fascinated by this piece. It is a real nice piece, even if it doesn't. Even if I believe it should have been this part should be a little bit smaller. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It looks cool. It looks totally cool the way it does. But we're gonna move on because we got a lot of stuff today. Well, we usually have the same amount of stuff, but then I got this little doggy figurine. I know dogs are not cats, but I just had to. Look at him, ain't he cute? He's he's gonna start at $8. $8 rehoming fee. He's got his butt up in the air, and he came from J.C. Penney's at one point. He does have the original J.C. Penney's tag. Whoops, there we go. On the bottom there. There's the bottom. Yeah, they had something stuck on here. There was something, just paper. It's not damaged. It's just some paper was glued on there. It didn't come all the way off. But ain't he cute? I keep forgetting my little spin thing. It's still sitting out there where I had my whatnot sale in September. Hey, look at that face. I mean, come on. Who can refuse this face? He should have been in my mystery box for the Doxy fundraiser. I did a mystery box for Patrick's Doxy fundraiser, but I did have some cool stuff in there. Of course, it was a mystery box, so it was smaller stuff, but let me know if you guys want me to do mystery boxes again. I've done a couple, but not a whole lot because I didn't get any feedback. And I'm wondering if there's no feedback, if that means no news is good news, or if that means, or if that means that yeah, no, we didn't like it and we don't want to hurt Tiger's feelings. So yeah, let me know if you are interested in more mystery boxes. I have a lot of little smalls that are beautiful, but they're kind of like too small to to offer. Maybe I'll just do a small sale on whatnot. So no one interested in this poor little doggy. Look at him. He's so cute. And he's looking at you. Come on, adopt me, please. Adopt me. I want a nicer home than this year. There's so many felines in this house. And I just don't fit in. Okie dokie. What's next? Let's move some stuff around. You know, Bismarck, you're not making this easy for me today. You're just kind of, yeah, well, that's a spot. You know, it's not his fault that I'm abusing his spot on Thursdays for my sale, for my rehoming. Oh boy. Now, speaking of cats, we have a little kitty too. Look at her. Now, she came from Berlin. I brought her back from Berlin. And she's starting at $15 rehoming fee. Look at that face. She looks very mid-century. She is very, very cool. I got this weird sound coming from the pet flap, but the pet flap is not moving. I keep looking and see if any kittens are in the house. No, last night that one kitten was in the house again. When I came out to brush my teeth, I saw him run out real quick, but he was actually in the room. He was soon enough. He'll be curling up on the couch with Bismarck and Myrtle. Eventually. Alice, I got you for 15. Thank you. She's such a beauty queen. I wanted to keep her too. I did not want to let her go. And here's the bottom. Again, there was something glued or stuck on there. It's not broken or anything. She does have a little bit of discolorization, it looks like, on the back just from time, which is fine because she is vintage, but she's just beautiful. So I'm glad she's finding a new home, but I know she'll be appreciated at Alice's house because I know Alice loves her kitties too. Alice is very supportive of kitties. We appreciate that. But then you all are. I know. I know some people are dog people, and that's fine too. Right, Kaz? I do too. That's why I end up picking her up because that face is just awesome. So let's go ahead and count her down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Which would make this the first successful rehoming of 2023. Yay! Get a star. Thank you, Alice. You got you. She's coming home to you for 15. Appreciate it. What else is in that? What else do we have? We have, oh yeah, we have this totally cool glass. This is a Bohemian cut to clear, and I'm not sure. It doesn't feel as sharp as the other cut to clear I had in the past. But all the research I did, I found the almost exact same design. So it is I guess from the 1920s, 30s supposedly, and it is Bohemian. Look at that stag, and we're starting this guy at $20. Starting this guy at $20, and the design on the handle, even on the stem, even handle, and then there's a design on the bottom there on the foot, and there's the bottom. Now this is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful piece. I love this design. I love this. I saw one with a bird too, just a bird. But I really like this. I really like the wood, the forest scenes. They seem to be more typical for me for these things to me. But I also like the forest scenes myself because I just like the forest, which is why I live in the desert. Go figure. Now we do have beautiful forest up north. Yes, of course, ships, but I haven't seen a whole lot of glasses cut to clear with ships. I mean, I got that was it anchor hawking set where I'm still looking for the picture that I don't have, but that's the kind of scene I like too. I like that on these kind of pieces. So yeah, it's a little bit more on the pricey side, but that's just the way they are. They are. I mean, those look. Even the stem has is cut right here. This is an amazing piece. This is an amazing piece. I like to. You can look through the. You look through there like a window and see the other side. Anyways, we'll move on. We will move on. Then we have this purple snifter, which I have no clue where I got that from. I don't remember. Now this guy we're starting at 15. This is large. It's bigger than my head. Now there's a little bit of a thing on the bottom, but I think that is manufacturer error. I don't think that is there's anything wrong with it. I think that was in a manufacturing. But look at the top. It's got a little spout. I don't know why it has a spout. I have never seen one of those with a spout. I've never seen one this big either, though. So let's see. Let's find our trusty. I got my hands full. Let's find my trusty measuring thing. I did measure all these, but I didn't write down the measurements because, yeah. So yeah, this is about 8 inches tall and about 7 inches on the across and the biggest 7 to 8 inches on the biggest part. Because I know a long, long time ago, I promised I would bring one piece of my purple collection at every week, and then I kind of like couldn't decide on which pieces to bring. But I have so many, and I just know I'm gonna find more on Saturday. Especially if that lady who I bought from last month, she told me she still had boxes she hadn't even opened, and not the lady that with a Fenton, but the other lady. And she was like, and I'm hoping she'll be there again, and she'll have time to she'll have opened some more boxes in the meantime. But that's okay. We move on from that as well. And I'm running out of space, Bismarck. Bismarck, why? How dare you sleep in your spot that you sleep in every day? That's your spot, on purpose with your blanket. when I'm having a rehoming adventure once a week. Because now I don't know where to put all these things. Oh boy. Anyone interested in some Fenton? There's more Fenton coming too. For instance, let me get to this one. See, that's the downside if I go front to back. Everything that I start out with gets pushed in the back on the table. I should do back to front because then the items that were sitting in front on the table are easier to reach are the ones that I write down last. So this is the Fenton Amarina Rose Dish or Compote. I've seen them titled Compote. I've seen them titled Dishes. And this guy was starting at $15. And yes, it's a guy, because I say so. The kitty was the gal, because I said so. Now this guy is a guy, and so was the dog. The dog was a guy, because I say so. And you can see the roses there. That's a beautiful piece. And it's got the ruffled edge. Yeah. And I don't know what that would be called. On the white ones, it's called Silver Crest, but this is not white. This is Amarina. Hi, Angela. Good morning. Whenever you're not working, Angela, you're always welcome to come and hang out with us and rehome some of your items if you want to. But I know you do work Thursdays. That kind of bites. You know, I'm thinking of adding another hour or so because I don't know. It's just so much setting up. I'm just overwhelmed with just one sale a week, and then people have 5 sales. Other people have 5 sales a week. I don't know how they do it. I don't know. Trisha, Sandy and Otto Trisha, she's been selling. I mean, she's had something going on every day now. Has everyone seen that book sale? I think it was on Sunday. It ended up being like a 12-hour book sale they had. Of course, it was 3 of them, and they had blocks, so they had in between. But again, no takers. That's okay. We can move on. It's a beautiful piece, but yeah, we can move on. So yeah, that was kind of that was amazing. I watched some of it, but no, I did not watch 12 hours of books, and I don't need any more books. In fact, I have a whole box of books that I need to rehome. Ah, boy. Now there is the cranberry ruffled top picture, which is also a Fenton, coming up next. Cool, Angela. Yeah, let's work on that. I'll email you, or you email me when you want to do it. Right now, I don't have anything set up. So this one, we are starting at 25, because this one is a little more valuable. All the comps I found were high, like $50, $60 range. This is a beautiful piece. It is, let me see, measurements. So it is about 8.5 inches tall. It's about 8.5 inches tall. And it is absolutely stunning. Again, it's really hard on this medium here on YouTube because not all these items look as beautiful on screen as they look in real life. The nice thing is when you actually get your box home and you open it up and you see the piece, you are like, wow, that is even prettier than I thought. And it's a little bit darker here on top. And then it gets a little bit lighter. And this is just a stunning piece. And I have not seen a whole lot of these. Like the compotes and and the dishes, and I've seen a lot of. But this style, I have never seen one of those before, and that's probably why they are worth more, because there are probably few of them around. But that's okay. We can again move on. Let's see, what else do I do? I should open a Fenton store. There we go. Let's see, what else do we have? We do have another Pili, Pili. I don't know how to pronounce it. Another Brazilian soccer player, Pili, who passed away, sadly. He was good. Oh, he was the best. But this one is from Hawaii. It is a Pili apple. Kind of like the fish I had last week, except this is an apple. I've had a couple of Pili pieces. Now, this one, the sticker is gone. It fell off at some point. You still see the sticker residue. But it is Pili. And it's see-through. I mean, it's kind of hard to see on here, but when you hold it up, you can see you can see through the blue what's the word again? The well, you know what I mean, that blue color. You can actually see through it. But it also has right? Yeah, some of these items are just so you can't even put them in words. But I do like the iridescent. Is that iridescent? I always forget how to pronounce that word. That's why I don't use it very often. The iridescent. So we're starting this guy at $10. Sorry, I forgot that little detail. Starting this guy at $10. And there's the top. Oil slick. Yeah, there you go. That does look oil slick. Like oil slick. You know, when they had these computers on sale recently somewhere, I saw they had oil slick. That was, yes, translucent. That was the word I was looking for. Thanks, Georgia. Because it's kind of, you cannot see it on screen, but when you see it in real, you can still see through it. Rory, got you down for 10. Thank you. And let's do the magic since I forgot to do it before. There, we're doing magic. So yeah, there's that. This is absolutely stunning. So let's go ahead and count this guy down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Yeah, that is the downside. It is always hard to see how beautiful things really are. So that's just the way it is. You got it, Rory. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And thank you, Bree, as always. I know I don't thank you enough, but you know what I mean. I always forget in the end. Thank you for helping out again, Bree. Now we do have the another Fenton coin dot picture. That is the small coin dot picture in green. Starting this guy at $18. We are starting this guy at $18. It's a smaller piece, but it's a beautiful piece. I think it's about 5 inches tall. Yep, it's about 5 inches tall. Man, I'm good. My face is taller than 5 inches. Oh boy. Hey, Chrissy. You're up early. Oh, that's right. You're getting ready to move. You are getting ready to move. Good luck tomorrow, Chrissy, with everything. And with a cat house. Let's hope it's not a cat pee house. As much as I love cats, I had this coworker. He was notorious. He was one of those cat collectors, and I felt really bad for those cats. I know he meant well, but he lived in a trailer, and he had 15 cats. And whenever he came to work, there was this whiff of cat pee surrounding him. It was kind of sad, but at the same time, it was probably one of those in those trailer parks where the cats just kind of collected your house. I had a neighbor like that when I lived briefly in a trailer park in North Phoenix, and you just walked by her house and you could smell it. Hey, Roxanne. And I know I had a problem with that once in my old house because yeah, the boys Mark, and even we're right. Did I? Yeah, I did say $18 for this guy. $18 for the totally cool coin dot pitcher with what's it called, with the plied handle. Fenton. Here's the bottom, and here's what it looks like from the top. It's an excellent shape. So yeah, you can't avoid it sometimes. It's hard, but still, it's kind of yeah. It is what it is with cats, though. And I know I'm right now. My house doesn't smell too bad, so even though Bismarck does like to mark, uh, and there's nothing I can do about it because he was not taken care of by the person who originally adopted him when he was a kitten. He was not taken. Didn't have any vet checks. He didn't have any shots. He didn't have any alterations on him. I took care of all that when I found him. So, and he was already about 6 months, 6 to 9 months old at the time when that happened. So he was already out and enjoying the girls for a while there after he got kicked out of that house. Oh, people. And now with all these neighborhood kitties, he has to make sure they know that this is his area, this house, even though they still moved into the backyard. Okay, no one liked the Fenton today. What's up with you folks? Or is that the after Christmas blues? And then we have this milk glass hobnail candy dish with roses. $16 on this guy or gal. This one I get let you choose. There's, I don't know, these roses or these violets. And here's the signature on the bottom. Yeah, they're violets, I think. I think they're violets. It's a beautiful piece, though. Oh my God. That is horrible. Well, thank you. Thank your daughter for rescuing her. Why would people do that? That is just, oh, that is just wrong. I don't know. I don't understand people, but then I don't have to understand them. I have to accept them. Even though some people are just really hard to accept. So yeah, it's about 6 inches tall and about 5'2", depending on around 5 inches across. Yeah, I know it's horrible. I know, but like the cat cafe here in Phoenix, um, I support them as much as I can. Not as much lately because I'm supporting my own TNR programs and feeding the rescues here, the ferals here. Um, um, they found several hoarding cat situations where they got the cats out, and some of them survived, some of them did not survive. It's just horrible. I don't know why people are that way. Now, the hoarding one I can understand. Those are people who are not quite right in their mind or who just don't understand. And they're trying to do something good for the cats, but they're doing the total opposite because they get so overwhelmed and they just squeeze like, 80, 100, 150 cats in one little apartment. And it's just, yeah, it's horrible. So, anywho, yeah, I know, Kaz. I know. That's why I'm so bad at helping out with these rescues. I have a friend in Germany who does a lot of that too. I don't know how people do that. I don't know how they do it. I couldn't. I could not. I cannot see any sad animals. I like my animals happy and alive. What can I do? So, back to Fenton. $16, I said. That's a good deal. But maybe if we go back to more positive kitty stories. Yes, they are flowers, Martha. I do believe they are violets. I can't really tell, but they are supposed to be some sort of flowers. They're definitely flowers. And then on the outside, that looks like a rose. And then this is the same as the inside. There you go, Valentine's. I got a whole stack of Valentine's cards, antique to vintage. I was gonna do a Valentine card sale. Now I don't know where I put them. I don't know. I bought them last year in anticipation, and now I put them away somewhere. Oh, okay. What's next? We have a glass duck. Now I don't know who made this guy. This one I'm asking $9 for. $9 rehoming fee. It almost looks like it's made as an ashtray with his wings on the back, but it's not. It just looks like it. I just think he's cute. I just think he's super cute. I like his big beak there. He or she, whichever, whichever it is. I didn't even check to see if it glows. I didn't think it would, but maybe it does. Oops. Then if I can get to my black light here. Nah. Well, it kind of always looks like it glows on screen. Well, maybe it does glow. I don't know. It doesn't look like it here to me. To me, it just looked like it reflects the black light. But then who knows? Here's the bottom. So either way, it's a cute little duck. It's a cute little duck. I just really like him. That's why I picked him up. I picked him up from that lady I picked up all the Fenton from. She has some other stuff too. So, no one interested in the duck. That's fine. We'll move on. What else do we have? Um, we have, I got a whole collection of Wade Whimsies. And I know nothing about Wade Whimsies. And again, I don't have anything to put these on to show them. But I have 5 pieces here. There's a little girl. I know some of these have names, and I just didn't have time to look them all up. There's Uncle Sam. And I also haven't figured out the which of these go together. Because I know there are different themes and stuff, but I just put them together the way they that makes sense to me. Oh no, this is another guy. I forgot. I don't know what. I forgot his. I don't know if I ever knew his name. And there's the dumbbell guy, which I don't know. There's something about balls in his name. I don't know. He's got a big balls there. And then there is a little angel, or is that a cupid? A cupid, it's an angel. It's got wings. There we go. Now this set, I'm offering at $20 for all of them. $20 for 5 of these. Circus sounds good. Yeah, I don't know if they all go with circus though, and that's just it. I don't know enough about the Wade Whimsies, and I do have a whole box full of them. There's some animals, some of these, some of different ones. Couple boats, keeping the boats. Yep. Oh, is that Cupid? I thought that was just an angel, but you're right though. That is Cupid. I see the arrow. So we got Cupid and the little girl. Oh, calendar series. Thanks, Maggie. And hi, good morning. The calendar series. Huh. And then there are the other two. Anyone interested in Wade Whimsies? I've seen some people ask a lot of money for these, which I don't understand. But then I don't understand a lot of things. And again, it's probably about what they are. Hi, Nettie. It's probably about what they are, what kind of, um, that was a word somewhere. Uh, yeah, what series they're from, and I don't know. Some of these are just there's just so much science behind it that I just don't have time to learn, and I don't know where to learn. I mean, it's just yeah. But either way, I just put them together in a way that I figured would be a nice way to put them together. I have more, but if you're not interested, maybe I'll do a whimsy sale. I gotta get back on Whatnot every time. Every time I don't know what to say, I'm just going back to yeah. Let's do a Whatnot sale. Right, I gotta get my house cleaned up first to get my setup for my Whatnot sale back. Now I have this totally cool Silver Crest milk glass dish. It's a Fenton. I've seen it built as a vase. To me, it's an ice cream dish. It's absolutely beautiful. Here's the bottom. This guy we're offering at $15. $15, and it is about 6 inches tall. That's in Germany we put ice cream in these things. You know how you got the here you get these little cups, and then you got this huge not bowl, ball of ice cream, whatever it's called, inside the cup, and then they put maybe some syrup or something on top, like the sundaes, and maybe some whipped cream. Now in Europe, the ice creams are smaller, so you get smaller balls and several instead of just one flavor or two flavor. You can get like 3 or 4 flavors because they're smaller balls and you can mix them. And they make these like cafes and stuff. They make these. They all have names and put things in there and some fruit maybe or some chocolate chips or anything or little biscuits and stuff, and they put them all together really nice. Or iced coffee is always not just cold coffee like here, but iced coffee actually means there's coffee, then there's a bowl of vanilla ice cream, and there's some whipped cream, and it's a bally day. We're balling it today. and anyways, and whipped cream on top, and maybe a little biscuit. Those not biscotti, but yeah, biscotti maybe too. But those little round things they stick in there. So yeah, and I know I've had some pictures. Hi Yvonne. Oh, you're from Germany? Homsen. Yeah, that sounds like northern Germany. I'm from Berlin. So, but no one interested. That's fine. We can move on. But now I want some German iced coffee. That's good stuff. Actually, where was it in Rostock? I think I had one that was not quite as good last year. So next time I'm over there, I'm gonna have to find me a better one to top that. Oh, now I do have these. Here they are, pincushion dolls, which are um, porcelain, I believe. Now these come in a set of two. It's not a choice, and I'm asking $25 for the set. Now, if you are crafty or if you're into the big, I got a tiger on my head. Look at that tiger has a tiger on his head. The Victorian stuff. I was thinking of Catherine. She would, I don't know, she would probably know what to do with these. So there was like a pincushion attached to these gals back in the day. I've never seen the actual pincushion with any of these. I've seen a lot of these online for sale, but never with a pincushion. The pincushion part was always, well, of course, after time, they probably just all kind of withered away or fell apart or something. So let's see. They are, here's a small one. She's very shiny. And she is, let's see, about 3.5 inches tall. And she does have some sort of a mark back there, but I could not figure out what that said. So she is marked. It looks like a mark, actually. It doesn't look like it's an error in the. And then there's a taller one, and she is color. Oh, there you go. Tea party cake. Yeah, you're right. They can be used as cake toppers or something. And they clean up because they are porcelain, so you can wash them. There's the bottom. And she is, see, about 5 inches tall. And yeah, I don't like to do the whole, oh, I've seen them sold on the internet for this and this much. I also seen them listed on the internet for even more money and not sold. So it all depends on what it's worth to the people who are here at the time. But these things do go for a good buck on eBay from what I've seen. Again, I'm saying it, yes. I know everybody here has access to eBay and can figure it out on their own, but it's it's just the truth of the matter, and I'm too lazy to list on eBay. There's so much involved in listing on eBay, taking pictures, writing up answering all these questions about the item, and then so for me it's easier to just show them here and let you all figure out what it is. But if no one is interested again, we'll move on. We will move on. Now, let's see. I do have, no, I have, well, yeah. This is another one of the pieces that I bought for myself. And this one is a piece of, I believe, antique. Vintage to antique beading that someone framed, and it's purple or purple matte. And it is a professional frame. Oh, Heather. Yeah, I haven't followed her much lately. She's awesome, though. I always, I've met her in chats and stuff. She seems really nice. So this is a professional frame. Does have a little bit of a boo-boo on, I think it's right here in this corner. Yeah, right there. On this corner, there's a little bit of an issue right there, but it's not that much. It's not that bad. And I think there was one, yeah, one more over here. But you can hardly see those, and you can probably cover them up somehow with paint. That's what I do. But this piece is a beautiful piece. We're starting this guy at $15. This is a beautiful piece. The frame itself is now, except for the two boo-boos that I found, the frame itself would be probably cost a good penny. Because these professional frames are not cheap, and the professional mat is even worse. You know that cat I found? It was a very typical 1970s Siamese cat on velvet, not really velvet, but velvety uh, material painted on. And I picked it up and at Gucciville, and then I picked up a frame for her. She came in a frame, but the frame she came in was really not a good frame, and it was kind of busted. So I reframed her, and yeah, I can get in touch with Heather. I think I subscribe to her channel too, and she and then I found a perfect frame for her, which was a green frame, which really went with a picture. And when I still had my Facebook, and I think on my private Instagram, or maybe even on my business Instagram, I did post pictures of the pictures at some point. And all I wanted to do was get a mat for that, an official acid-free mat, because the mats that you buy cheap in frames are not acid-free, and they ultimately destroy the pictures. And this was such a beautiful picture; it needed an acid-free mat. And the mat itself, they were asking $80 for. So I spent, I think, $10 on the cat picture and the frame combined, and another $80 just for the mat. It didn't even include a nice professional frame, because the frame I found works perfectly for her, and that cost me like $3 or $3.50 at Gucciville. So, yeah. But of course, there we go. I also have a problem with reflection. So that is, I don't know anything about this piece, because when I picked it up, it was already framed, and I'm not gonna take the frame apart to look at it. I'm thinking it is an original piece from very long ago that someone framed, because that was the only way they could preserve it. I don't know if it was part of a purse or something once, or part of a dress, or maybe someone just made it. Maybe it was just a piece that someone made. I don't know. But I can bring it on Saturday if you want to look at it, Kim. And this is one of the pieces I bought for myself, because it's purple and it's beautiful. But who am I kidding? I don't have room for any more art. I already have more art than I can hang. I already have 2 or 3 big boxes full of art and storage to switch out eventually. And then when it comes time to switch out, I can't decide which pieces to take down, because I love all the pieces that are hanging there now. Of course, I also love the pieces that are not hanging up now. Oh man, I need a bigger house. I need my own personal art gallery. That's what I need. Flapper era dress. There you go. It's amazing. Yeah, I didn't, I didn't invent Gucciville. It was one of the YouTubers always said that, because of Gucci, the expensive brand, where that ends up at Goodwill a lot of times, especially in Southern California. I've heard all these stories of all the cool stuff because there's so many rich people, which makes me wonder why there's even Goodwill in California, but then there are poor people too. And then sometimes all these Gucci and Coach and all these expensive brands end up there. And of course, Will. So Vil is in Vil. So I like that term. I keep it on sometimes. So no one interested. That's fine. That kind of relieves me because that means I can hang it up on my wall and not feel bad about it. Maybe I'll hang it over where I got the picture from Slovenia, from Bled, right there. That's Lake Bled with a little island in the middle. That's a beautiful, beautiful place. But I can probably take that down. So what else do we have? Um, I have this weird dish which I have no clue what that's even supposed to be. When I picked it up, I thought it was black amethyst, but it's not. It seems to be just solid black. But the shape, and I'm asking $15 for this. The shape of this is amazing. And it's shiny, shiny, shiny. So yeah, this is, it is just a beautiful dessert dish, or you can probably put it on a dresser and put some, because it's black, you can put some light stuff in there or some gold, or well, you can put your rings and your bracelets in there or something. 5.5 inches across and about 3 inches tall. So yeah, I picked it up from a YouTube live sale, thinking it was black amethyst, and it was not. But it's just a beautiful piece. And yeah, I'm not sure who made it, but I've never seen one of those. They're right, Kaz. It's such a beautiful shape. It's you don't find those a lot. These are fairly rare from what I've seen. And I'm not saying rare, it's a rarity. I'm saying fairly rare because I've never seen one and I've seen a lot. I mean, going to antique malls and flea markets and thrift stores. Funny story, there's a thrift store which is not far from my house, but it's in an area where I don't go too often. And when I drive by, I just drive by. I never stop anywhere near there because there are no other stores near there that I frequent. And back in the day, we used to get this little booklet with coupons from local businesses in the mail, and I usually, I usually don't. I usually cancel those things. I fight hard not to get all this advertisement, which usually works. But the coupon book I got for a while, and they had it's called Purple Heart Thrift Store. It's obviously supports the, I guess, military or wounded warriors or something like that. And there's two in Arizona, I guess. One on this air, one in AJ, and one near my house. And I every time I got those coupons, I collected them. I was gonna go and check out this place, and I kept forgetting because I don't get into that area, and that's just the way my brain is wired. I'm having a hard time remembering my own name sometimes. So yeah, I've never been there. I've been here, I don't know how many years now, 6. I've never been to that store. And last Saturday, my neighbor called me and she's like, "Hey Tiger, do you go to thrift stores a lot?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like, she kind of knew what I'm doing, but not 100%, so she wasn't sure. So she asked me, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm down here at the Purple Heart thrift store. They have 50% off day today, and man, they got so much cool stuff." I don't think they make them anymore. I think it's just not worth it. I think it's probably just not worth the money for them to send out those coupons. They were so my neighbor went to the thrift store and there was 50% off day, and she found stuff and she thought that would be really cool for me to check it out. And I was like, I know of this store and I've been wanting to go. I've never gone. So I looked up their website finally for the first time and found their sales and stuff. So they're closed on Sundays, which is, I always like it when businesses are closed on Sundays. All business should be closed on Sundays. I do believe people should be able to spend Sundays home with their families, but not in our society anymore. And usually the ones that are closed on Sundays are the strict religious businesses like Chick-fil-A, and I don't know, Coffee and Zupas is closed on Sundays. I don't know if they are religious or not, or just being nice. But it doesn't matter. If they're closed on Sundays, I appreciate them for that. Um, and I don't. I mean, it doesn't mean I shop at them, because a lot of these businesses I don't shop at anyways, regardless of their opening hours. Um, well, have fun, Angela, and be careful driving out there, especially in your winter time there in the snow. Let's go ahead and put this down. No one interested. So yeah, and I looked it up, and they actually have a experienced folks discount on Wednesdays. So I was gonna go down yesterday, but I didn't. I had to get ready for this, and I have so much stuff right now. I don't need to buy anything. I postponed it. Maybe next Wednesday I'll go. Oh no, next Wednesday I can. Next Wednesday I have my training for the Super Bowl. The Wednesday after that, we'll see. Or just go and stop by and look at the stuff, even without it being on discount. Just going to check out the store, because she sent me a couple of pictures. It looks like they have nice stuff, but it also looks like they have mostly new stuff. They don't have, I don't think they have a lot of like the vintage and antique stuff that I'm looking for. But then she only sent me a couple of pictures, so I don't know what else they have. That So I'm just gonna go and check it out without buying anything. And if I find anything, then I'll just go back on the next sales day and hope that it's still available. Then it's meant to be. And there's one more item I want to show you. There is this totally cool, and this is a piece of wood. A random piece of wood that looks like a dog. Look at that. And I had him at, where is he? $8. I'm asking $8 rehoming fee for this guy. If you look from this side, you can still see the dog face. But over here, he's got an eye. It is the coolest piece. There's the inside. It's hollow on the inside. Now, I don't know if it grew like this or if someone actually made it, but it does not look like someone made it. No, it does not look like it was it called whittle or something? It just looks like it may have grown that way. Here's the top. I have another piece of wood that looks similar, but it's bigger and it doesn't have an animal look. It has a mountain look. Um, a foot. There you go. You're right. It could be a foot too. Huh. I just saw it sitting there and I saw the dog in it. I mean, there's the nose, there's the eye, and the ears are kind of flappy, so you can't really see them. Yeah, I'm thinking this is a totally cool piece. It is absolutely cool, and it could probably be painted or something, or you could put some lacquer on it or something, make it shiny, or I don't know. I don't know what I would do with it. I would probably paint it. A cypress knee. I've never heard of a cypress knee. A knee that was born in Cyprus? Well, anyone interested? If not, we'll move on. This is where I normally would do a recap, but I would have to recap the entire hour, which I could probably, like usually, like always, do the first page. I had the painted desert sand art for $10. And the sticker is kind of not legible anymore, but it said Paint the Desert by Northern Arizona artist. That's what they originally said. I know that because I had one couple of these before. Rory, thank you very much. Got you, Rory, for 10. You got it. Then we had the weird pottery with a lid. The lid that doesn't quite fit on there. It's a little bit wobbly, but it's $12 for this guy. It does have a little bit of a boo-boo right here inside, but it's not really that visible when you have the lid on. I just love the shape of this, and the design is awesome. It's just, hi Bismarck, bye Bismarck. Are we going out again? Yeah, we're going out. It's just that the lid does not quite fit. They made it a little bit too big, so if you mess with it, it's a little wobbly. But if you have it just sitting on your counter or something, it looks awesome. Hey, Marianne, how are you? It's Marianne, right? Ancestral Beginnings. uh, so that piece, $12. It's a beautiful piece, even if the lid is a little bit on the loose side, but you don't have to move it around. If you just have it sitting, then it looks really cool. Oh, okay, so there are plants. Oh, Mary, that's right. Thank you. I know there's a Marianne somewhere too. I get you mixed up. I apologize. But at least I was half right. I should remember, shouldn't I? We've known each other long enough. Known in the manner of, yeah, speaking. But and we had the Bohemian cut to clear glass for 20, which is one of my favorite pieces. With an absolutely beautiful design. Absolutely beautiful. Check it out. And even the stem has cut to clear design on there. On the bottom has another design. $20 for this guy. We had the large purple snifter, which I now left my fingerprint on. $15 for this guy. Probably take it to the antique mall. I gotta take some stuff to the antique mall next week. That's a large piece. It's a beautiful piece, and it has a spout. So if you want to pour something out of it, you can do that too. 15 for this. Now that Bismarck is gone, I can use a spot over here. We had the Fenton and Marina rose dish for 15. It's got roses on it. There are actual roses on this dish. Beautiful piece. Absolutely beautiful. We had the Fenton, where did it go? Cranberry ruffled top pitcher for 25. Oh, Rory, I got you for the rose dish. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Where did it go? The rose dish. Here. So we got this guy for 25, which is a little bit on the rare side. A little bit rarer than. Well, thank you, Mary. Yes, I do. I found this person who was giving up her spot at the antique mall, and she is at the at the outdoor markets and she sells ultra stuff at really good prices, so I can pass on the good prices. And she has a lot of Fenton. She has a lot of stuff. Okay, this was 25 in case anyone's interested. Um, what else do we have? We had the beaded picture, but that was just recently. You probably all seen that for 15. Absolutely beautiful beadwork. I do not know any details about it though. Then we also had the dog figurine for 8. Oh yeah, well you have a good point there, Rory. That way there you can focus on the things that you know which ones you want to get rather than getting something right away and then not being able to get the next item because you already stretched your budget. That's what I usually do too, but by the time I get back from browsing, I either forget what it was or it's sold to someone else. But this guy was 8. It's so cute. And it's got this original JC Penny tag from way back when. Oh no, it says pennies. Maybe it's not even JC Penny. Maybe it's something else. So it's pennies, but I think it was. I think I found them somewhere with someone else mentioned JC when I found them online. So $8 for this guy. Um, what else did we have? That was everything on the first page. We got the green coin dot picture. Gosh, don't remind me of books. I have been reading again, and my favorite is Linwood Barclay. He writes the best thrillers, but I should be reading educational stuff. But no, right now I'm reading Linwood Barclay. So this guy was, what was I asking him on this? Where is it? I just had it. I just looked at it and then I distracted myself. $18. $18 for the coin dot green applied handle Fenton picture. That was that. And I think we still had this guy. Oh, the glass duck. Where did the duck go? Oh, it's hiding. It's hiding behind Fenton. $9 for this cutie. Oh, okay. Thanks, Kaz. It was kind of hard to read because it was ripped off a little bit too in the beginning, so I didn't know any pennies before. So it's pennies, not JC Penny. I'm corrected. I appreciate the input. Okay, $9 for this cutie. It's not super heavy, so it's not gonna break the bank on shipping, at least. And that was pretty much everything. I think everything else you've seen. I have to look at Cypress. What's it called? Cypress knee? I've never heard of it. Huh. I have to look that up now. Cool. Well, thank you very much. We'll leave it at that. And I'll be back next Thursday morning here on this channel. And guess what? Next Thursday night, I'll be back. I'm invited by Beth, the what I always forget her whole South Carolina princess. Bree, what was her full name again? I always forget. I really need to get my head examined, and I'm not even joking. I mean, my memory is getting worse and worse, and I'm starting to get worried because I'm not that young anymore. Um, yes, Claudia is coming. No, Claudia is the third Thursday of the month. So that would be Carolina Princess, Sweet Treats and Pretties. Thank you, Mary. Yes. I also remember the Carolina Princess and the rest. So I'm with her Thursday night at 6 Eastern, and Claudia, I believe, is the week after. But I can double check. I double check with Claudia because it was supposed to be the third, or was it the second? No, I think it was the second Thursday, but last month it was a third because I was sick on the second. So yeah, Claudia tomorrow, next Thursday, I believe. I don't even know my own schedule. How am I supposed to keep up on everybody else's, right? Oh boy. But thank you everybody, and thank you for the donations I did get. I did get donations for the kitties. I appreciate that. Well, then Claudia's probably right. I know her brain works better than mine. She's younger. I think a whole what? Oh, yeah, let's not even go into that. But yeah, Claudia's a lot younger. She has a younger brain. So next week with Claudia, and then in the evening with Beth. Hey, perfect. Two wonderful ladies I get to see next week, on top of all you. Yay! And I mean actually CC, not just letters on the screen, but the faces. It'll be fun. And I'm hoping to have my house cleaned up a little bit more by then, but I'm not holding my breath. You all have a good deal. You all have a great day. You know the deal. You all keep it real. Bada bing, bada boom, and so on. And we are going to end this.